Good morning, cramming engineer. So let's continue our lesson on AC circuits. So our lesson for today will be about impedance and later admittance. Let's first define impedance. So impedance is the total opposition to current flow. Okay, so yung alam natin na nag-o-oppose is or yung from our circuits 1 pan or DC circuits, ang alam lang natin na opposition to current flow is our resistance. Right? But now, only in AC circuits that meron ng madadagdag and we've already discussed it, no? This is the X or this is what we call the reactance. Okay? So pag pinagsama natin yung dalawang guys, yung resistance and yung reactance, okay? This will now give us our impedance. Okay? But remember that yung ating reactance, it does not consume power like a resistor does. Okay? So, siya ay nasa imaginary axis. Okay? So, if I have a Cartesian plane, dito yung ating resistance and dito yung ating reactance plane or reactance axis. Okay? Ito rin yung real axis and ito rin yung imaginary. Okay? So, kaya dito merong J. Okay, so, let me just put this down. So, kung mapapansin nyo, yung impedance, it is now a complex number. Okay? So, meron din siyang phasor and meron din siyang angle because if, for example, we have a resistance na ito yung value and we have a reactance na ito yung value, when we get the total impedance, ito na siya. This will be RZ and it has also an angle dito. Okay? So, pwede rin tong, okay. So, this will be our impedance while this is our resistance and this is our reactance. Okay? So, and this is our reactance. So, ang unit nito guys is still in ohms. Okay? Bakit? Ang resistance is in ohms also. Reactance is in ohms also. Okay? So, yung X natin, nahahati pa to sa dalawa. We have our inductive reactance and we have also our capacitive reactance. Okay? Negative guys yung ating capacitive pala. Positive reactance. Okay? So, bakit? Kung naalala nyo, itong XL natin, this is equal to omega N. Kung naalala sa previous lesson, while our XC is 1 over omega C. Kung lalagyan talaga natin yan ng J, dito yan guys, ano? And this J omega L, ito na yung XL, and itong J omega C sa baba, sa denominator, kung gusto natin iakyat yung negative, yung J na yan, since we know that J is equal to square root of -1, kung gusto natin maalis yung imaginary sa baba, kailangan lang natin mag-multiply ng J both sides. Okay, so ito, J and J sa denominator, that will be just negative. Tama? Kasi kapag nag-multiply tayo ng J squared, that will be just -1. Okay, so matatanggal yung J sa baba, ang matitira is J sa taas, but it will be in the negative. Okay? So, XL plus XC, it's just equal to J omega L plus negative J over omega C. Okay? So, kung ilalabas natin si J, that will be omega L minus 1 over omega C. Or this is just our J XL minus XC. Okay? So, ito yung total natin na reactance. Okay? So, this is it. Bakit nga po din negative yung ating XC? Kasi kung maaalala nyo, yung isang example natin, sa previous lesson natin, we had this example, yung number 2, Number 2, ang V natin, sorry, 80 sine 150/70 plus 150, and yung I natin is 2 sine 150/70 plus 60. Okay, naalala 'tong example na 'to? So, nung dinivide natin sila, i-convert muna natin into its polar or complex number, 80 angle 150, and tandaan this is Vmax pa din. This will be 2 angle 60. Nung dinivide natin to get the Z, ang nakuha natin is V over I, or that is 80 angle 150 over 2 angle 60. This became 40 angle, kasi 80 divided by 20 is 40, and ang angle is magiging 150 minus 60. Okay, so that is 40 angle 90. This is inductive, tama? Kasi naglalag si current kay voltage. Kung mapapansin nyo, ang impedance niya is Z is equal to 40 angle 90, or kung ililipat natin to sa rectangular form, this will be just 0 plus 40. Ang angle 90 is paakyat. So this is 40J. Kasi ito ay positive J. Okay, kung mapansin nyo, itong 0 na to, it means ang resistance natin ay 0. Ito naman, ang X ko means it's 40. At dahil positive siya, positive J direction, it means this is an inductor or inductive yung ating load. Okay? This is in the example na purely inductive yung ating example or yung ating circuit. No? But there are times na, or most of the times, naghahalo-halo yung resistance, yung inductance, and yung capacitance sa isang circuit in actual setting. Okay? So, in general, this is the form of our impedance, or this is the total opposition to current flow. Okay? Hindi na lang resistance yung pinag-uusapan natin, kundi impedance na. Okay, so we have three, no? We in this topic we have three variables or parameters. We have resistance, reactance, and impedance. Okay, so move on tayo sa admittance. So later yan ng mga example na yan. Okay, admittance muna. Okay guys, kailangan nyo na tandaan i-allot na natin itong mga variables na to. Yung Z will be for impedance, R for resistance, X for reactance. Okay, ang admittance naman guys, ang symbol niya is letter Y. Okay, so admittance is just the inverse or kabaligtaran lang ng impedance. So it is literally just the reciprocal. So yung admittance, it is the reciprocal of your impedance. Okay, so since ang unit nito is ohms, no? Ang unit nito admittance is kabaligtaran ng ohms, or literal na ganyan yung itsura. Or this is what we call mho, or minsan Siemens. Okay? So that is the unit of your admittance. Okay? So yung admittance guys, if our impedance is R plus JX, our admittance is G plus JB. Okay? So Y is our admittance, G is our conductance, And B is our what we call susceptance. Okay, so ito lang guys is, double N yun. This is conductance, okay? So, yung conductance, susceptance, and admittance, sila lang yung kabaligtaran nitong mga to. Okay? So, pero huwag kayong malilito guys, if there's only one, kapag sa circuit na ito, if you only have the resistance, and meron ka lang din dito ng inductance, and meron ka rin dito ng capacitance, meron ka ditong resistance, meron ka ditong XL, inductive reactance, and meron ka ditong capacitive reactance, pwede natin makuha yung G, yung yung B, at yung B nito. So that is kabaliktaran lang, no? But take note that this is only applicable kapag solo lang yung mga component na yun dito sa ating circuit. But kapag total na ang pinag-uusapan, hindi natin yun basta-bastang pwede masabi. Okay? So, kasi kung titignan nyo, hindi naman, itong dalawa, kung titignan nyo itong dalawa, or hindi naman natin masabi na ang R ay yung kabaligtaran lang or reciprocal lang ng G and vice versa. Yung X, hindi rin natin masabi na reciprocal yan ng B dito. Only if they are separated, kapag sila ay isolated. Pero kapag sila ay nag-come in groups, hindi po. Okay? So, ano nga ba yung pinaka perfect way or pinakatamang pagkuha ng total conductance and total susceptance? So, given that you have AZ, meron kang impedance, to get the total conductance or G, and to get the total susceptance or B, that is just the real part nung inverse nung Z. And this will be the imaginary part nung inverse ng Z. Okay? Hindi po siya direct. Okay? So, soon, baka kasi malito kayo. Okay, so let's define lang din So yung conductance guys, kung meron kang resistance, so ang resistance is yung resistance of the resistor, the resistance of current to flow. Tama, that's the resistance. Yung conductance naman, well, this is how good a conductor is, or kung gaano nagka-conduct ng current or nagpapadaloy ng current ng isang material. So, same as dito, sa susceptance, siya ay yung kabaligtaran ng ating reactance. Okay? Okay. So, ayan. Let's make an example, para mas magkaroon tayo ng idea kung paano ba talaga natin kinukuha yung impedance, admittance, and etc. Okay? So, number 1 example. So, pinapahanap sa atin yung current I in the circuit of the figure when VST, or ito yung ating input ng voltage. So, kapag ganito guys, ang gagawin natin is to convert all of this given into a impedance. Ganun yung pinakamabilis. Gawin natin tong impedance lahat. Paisa-isa. Okay? So, this 10 ohm, kung ilagay natin na siya IC impedance 1, Z1. This is Z2. This is Z3. Okay? So, ganyan yung gagawin natin. Alam natin that Z1 is just your 10 ohms plus J0. Tama? Wala siyang reactive part. All resistance lang. Okay? So that will be our Z1 or that's just simply 10 ohms. Okay? Ang Z2 naman guys, this is a capacitance. So what we can do is, ano nga ulit yung ano natin for capacitance? It will be a negative J over 1 omega C. Okay, naalala? So that is negative J times 1 over. Ang omega natin is this. Okay, kasi ito, ang V over VT is equal to Vm cosine omega T. Okay, plus theta. So, ito ay 0 since yung voltage natin is yung reference and yung naka-multiply kay T is 200. So, yung omega natin is 200. So, this is 200 times yung capacitance is 5 milli. So, times 5 times 10 raised to negative 3. Okay? So, this is, itong value na to is just 1 lang pala. No? So, this is negative J, yung Z2. Okay? Yung Z3 naman, since siya ay inductor, that will just be positive J omega L, no? Or that is J times 200, which is our omega, times L is 20 millihertz. So, 20 millihenries. 20 times 10 raised to negative 3. Okay? Or that is simply just equal to 4J. Okay? So, we have our Z1, Z2, and Z3. So, pwede natin siya, since naka-series lang, pwede natin makuha yung Z total as yung Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3. Or that is equal to, yung Z1 is 10, ang Z2 is minus J, and Z3 is plus 4J. So, yung Z total natin will just be 10 plus 3J. Okay? So, ito yung total impedance ng ating circuit. Okay? So, ang tinatanong sa atin, what is the current in the figure? So, pwede natin makuha yan using Ohm's law wherein we know that Ohm's law is I times what? This time, it will now be Z. Hindi na po R. Okay? This is now our Ohm's law. So, kunin natin yung I, that will just be V over Z. Okay? So, this is, lagay natin sa denominator, that's 10 plus 3J. And yung ating voltage is 50 cosine 200T. So, anong ilalagay natin dito? I-convert muna natin yung 50 cosine 200T into its polar form. So, this becomes 50 over the square root of T. Guys, tandaan, kailangan muna natin i-convert into RMS. Okay? Kapag nagko-compute tayo nitong mga current circuit, pag nagko-compute tayo nitong circuit analysis natin, kailangan natin palagi i-convert yung ating voltage into its RMS value. Okay? Kasi ito yung, kumbaga, ito lang yung nababasa or ito lang yung effective voltage doon sa ating circuit. Hindi po yung maximum value yung ating basis, kundi yung RMS. Okay? So, ang angle dito, since voltage yung ating reference is just angle 0. So, ito na yung pwede natin ilagay dito. 50 over square root of 2 angle 0 over 10 plus 3J. Okay? So, ano yung 10 plus 3J? Kailangan pa ba natin yan i-convert into polar? Pwede naman guys, pero pwede namang hindi. Pwede naman natin i-straight na to sa calculator. So, just punta lang kayo sa mode, then complex. Okay? Pag nasa complex mode na kayo, pwede nyo namang input yan sa calculator. So, ang nakuha natin is 3.24 minus 0.973 J, or pwede natin tong i-convert into polar, or this is equivalent to 3.3 3.39 angle negative 16.70 ampere. Okay? So, this is our current. First is in rectangular form, and this is in polar form. Okay? So, that will be our answer for that. So, kung kailangan natin transform ulit dun sa ating time domain equation ng current, okay, so pwede naman natin tong i-convert into I of t ulit. This will be 3.39, pero hindi ito, alam natin that this is just our RMS, and ang kailangan natin dito is yung max. So kailangan lang natin to i-multiply sa square root of 2. Then cosine, our omega was 200, so 200t, and the angle is minus 16.70. Okay? Minus 16.7 degrees. Okay? So this is our time domain equation. Okay, so this is our equation. This is our example number 1. So punta naman tayo sa example number 2. So dito ang tinatanong naman is yung admittance, no? So kailangan natin alamin yung admittance of the circuit. Okay, so paano ba natin kukunin yung admittance? Yung admittance, guys, alam natin that this is 1 over Z. Or pwede naman ang gawin natin, yung total admittance, that's just the sum, no, of your conductance plus yung sum ng ating susceptance. So ang gagawin natin, kunin na lang natin yung susceptance nitong mga to and yung conductance nito. So let's label first, gawin natin tong ito, yung admittance 1, admittance 2, and yung admittance 3. Okay? So let's get Y1. That's just, well, yung reciprocal nung 4 ohms. Okay? Dito naman, Y2, that is just, since nakalagay na yung kanyang reactance, so kailangan lang natin kunin yung kanyang reciprocal. So that is 1 over 8 J. And yung ating admittance 3, that will just be reciprocal J10 ohms. And to get the total admittance, kailangan lang natin i-add lahat no admittance. So this is 1 over 4 plus 1 over 8J. Sorry. This is negative pala, no? So, plus 1 over negative 10J. Okay, so ilagay natin sa calculator. So the answer is 1/4, ito yan, minus J over 40, or this is just 0.25 minus 0.025 J. Okay? So this is the total admittance. Okay? Kung kukunin naman natin yung kanyang impedance, kailangan lang natin tong i-reciprocal. So this becomes, ang ZT natin is 400 over 101 plus 40 over 101 J, or this is, kung sa polar form, this is 3.98 angle 5.71 degrees. Okay, guys? So ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina na hindi siya directly reciprocal lang, no? Kasi kung titignan, kapag magkakasama na sila sa isang circuit, kung mapapansin nyo, yung reactance is 4 ohms. Yung resistance is 4 ohms. So, does it mean that the conductance is just 1/4? Dito sa circuit na to? Hindi, di ba? Kasi kung titingnan natin yung nakita natin or nakuha nating inductance, ang nakuha nating impedance, the resistance part is 400 over 101. or malapit na rin sa 4 ohms pero hindi siya exactly 4 ohms, naging 3.98. Okay? Kasi nagkaroon ng ibang effect because of the inductor and the capacitor. Okay. So let's move on to our last example. Okay. So for this example, ang pinapahanap sa atin is yung ZEQ or yung total equivalent impedance nitong lahat ng components na nandito. Okay? And pinapahanap rin sa atin yung current I na dumadaloy from or yung sinusupply na current nung ating source. Okay? So let's do it. I-group muna natin sila. So this is our impedance 1 since naka-series lang. This will be our impedance 2. And this will be our impedance 3. Okay? So, para makuha natin yung total, that will just be Z1 plus, since itong dalawa ay naka-parallel, so, parallel lang natin si Z2 kay Z3. Okay? So, let's get Z1, Z2, and Z3. Z1 is just 4 plus J 20 ohms. Hindi ko na muna ilalagay yung unit. Plus, parallel ni Z1, which is 16 ohms. Parallel kay, that will be J25 minus J14. Ilabas ko na si J. So, that is J25 minus 14. Okay, so this is 4 plus J20 plus, this is 25 minus 14, that is 11, 11J. So, that will be 16 times 11J over 16 plus 11J. Okay? So, get you the calculator. This is equivalent to 9.13 plus 27.47J. Okay? This is my ZT. Or in polar form, this is 28.95 angle 71.60 degrees. Okay? This will be in ohms and ohms. So, ito yung aking ZT or ZE or equivalent impedance. Okay, so ang pinapahanap sa atin dito is yung ZEQ, which we already found, and yung ating I. So yung I, paano natin kukunin si I? That will just be I is equal to V over ZEQ. Okay, yung V natin is 12 angle 0 divided by ito. So 28.95 angle 71.60. So what we find is, ito lang, 12 divided by 28.95, that is 0.414, angle 0 minus 71.6, or that is negative 71.60 degrees. So this is our current, or in time domain, that is 0.414 times square root of 2 cosine. Our omega is 10 rad per second. So that is cos 10t minus 71.60 degrees. So this is the current in time domain. So I think that will be all for this video. Thank you.